Welcome back to Chaos Corner. It's your old buddy, the Guardian of Chaos. And the coverage and the review rolls on here from the bunker, 20 feet below the surface of the earth. We're here to talk about Night 12, the Dark Castle. Avi Klein's The Green Room Tournament. We're in the winner's circle right now. The second part of the winner's circle with the host, Rich Masadi, who has taken this tournament by storm and has taken on David Holiday after his huge upset in the first round. He has literally turned the green room on its ear here in the Dark Castle. So we go on. We just left David Holiday's winner's circle with Fred Ottman, an unbelievable segment. And we go on to Rich Masadi's winner's circle. And again, I say it all the time. I'll continue to say it, and I will always say it because it's the truth. Because I tell it like it is. And I'll say that to say this. The video work, the production, the montage, the music. I don't know who the narrator is, but I'm telling you it's captivating. That alone, that production alone is something that the fans and that I could watch all night. It really is unbelievable. I can't say it enough. And they're personalized for each matchup, for each competitor, for each person. Everybody gets the rub in the green room, no matter who you are. West Coast, East Coast, Hollywood, uptown, downtown, no time, coast to coast, border to border. From Yale to jail. And that's a quote. So, Rich, after the video montage, we know about the heated rivalry between Rich and David right now. It really kind of developed organically and naturally. Avi actually praises Rich Masadi. Now, this is what I've noticed between Avi and Rich, and especially backstage when we're all milling around, we're having some ginger ale, we're all BSing, shooting the breeze, but remember, it's still there. The competition's there. It'll never leave. We're always still there. But I see them milling around in the back like little ants as I watch from prey from up in the darkness. You talk about the darkness of Pinocchio Joe. You talk about the darkness of Eric Heron. You talk about the darkness of the Music Man. You talk about the darkness of the Dark Castle. There's only one. There's only one. One. So let's get on to Rich Masadi's winner's circle. Avi actually praises Rich. Hey, Rich looks sharp. The tie, the glasses, you know, he's got the beard looking suave de bonheur. Is that how you say it? Rich Masadi looking good. And again, before I got distracted, I'm telling you there's only one, and that's here at Chaos Corner. This is the show. You're going to see that. I've decided right here live on the air, Avi Klein, this is the show. Preview, review of everything else that's going on around me in the Dark Castle from my viewpoint, from my point of view. What do you think about that? I like that idea. So this is what I've noticed. Avi and Rich have a love-hate relationship. You see it backstage. You see the competition and what he drives out of people and how pissed off Rich Masadi gets. But I like this a little bit. It's weird. It gives you an eerie, creepy feeling of what could happen when people, from brothers to sisters to frenemies to whatever in the Dark Castle. Rich talks about how he's honored to be the host. He loves the lifeline idea that Avi and Pete came up with. Rich is very humble, very professional. You could see the air of confidence in Rich Masadi. Chin up, chest out, that looks of someone like a George Clooney and a cross between Alec Baldwin if they were to have a child. I mean, Rich Masadi is a majestic sight to behold, like the Statue of Liberty. So it really was something. Avi said that Rich was polite and calm and composed because we know that Rich goes from 0 to 100 and gaslighting son of a bitch real quick, right? We know that about you, Masadi. Manicotti, as I call you. Yeah, you have a lot to say about me sometimes. Learn to separate the two. You have a lot to say about this guardian of chaos. So we go on, and Rich starts off with a good monologue. I have to give it to him. I mean, you talk about David Letterman, Johnny Carson, Jay Leno, Conan O'Brien, Arsenio Hall. The list goes on and on of late night hosts. Maybe even yours truly. How's that jar your preserves, Avi? Well, it's not about you. It's about the review show. Rich says that he loved the segment with David. He actually is maybe trying to get in Holliday's head again and said he loved the segment with Fred Ottman. Well, listen, how could you not? He's excited. He said, but let me show you how it's done. And you know who shows up? From Face Value, every Tuesday night, live at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A man who represents and is the lifeblood of the Carrie Ann DeMott Foundation. And that's Bill Lacy DeMott. Shows up in the winner's circle with Rich Masadi. Can Rich handle it? I don't know. After the fiasco with Crowbar and the swerve with Taekwon, who knows where DeMott's coming from? Bill comes on, he's happy, he's upbeat, he's his usual self, smoking the stogie. I mean, hey, listen, DeMott's a character. Rich is stunned, looks like a deer in headlights. And you know, Bill, Mr. Bill DeMott, for a guy who's going through what he's going through in his life, talk about positive energy. He's upbeat, asking how you doing. He was on vacation. He talks about the New York Yankees. Well, how you doing, Rich? Are you okay? Rich asks Bill, the tone changes quickly, very quickly, like it can with Rich Masadi. He asks Bill, why should this audience take you seriously, given your comments about the green room from day one? A valid question Rich Masadi comes up with, big man. Bill said, you or the crowd. Now, I didn't think that Bill was going to give Rich a lot in this winner's circle. Rich's own show. How blessed and fortunate. What an opportunity for Manicotti. So Bill's kind of playing him off. They're feeling each other out. Rich is still stunned, I believe, like he got hit with a taser. Don't tase me, bro! Remember that back in the day? I remember it. Rich starts to, and I think this was a bad move. I personally wouldn't have gone down this road, although I don't kiss anybody's ass. I don't take any guff. I don't, to use Avi's term, idol worship term. I'm certainly going to defend myself and believe what I believe, so that'll never happen to me no matter who you are. But Rich, you kind of went down the wrong road and it got personal really quick, and you brought up some touchy things, my friend. He slowly starts mocking Bill DeMott. Oh, yeah. Bill does the same and talks slowly back, and they start talking Rich Masadi, winner circle, Bill DeMott, Face Value. You can't mention other shows on this show. It got ugly really quick. It got disrespectful really quick. Bill breaks the tournament down of stars. And then the nobodies, I guess I'm included in that. You know, Bill and DeMott and I have gone back and forth on this network before. It's out there. It's seen. I have nothing to say about this yet. I'm here to review it. Remember that. And this will be Chaos Corner, so you'll be watching me, Bill. I'm just saying. I'm going to... Chaos Corner. Coming to a TV near you. So Bill talks about the nobodies. He alludes to Rich and that he's here trying to get the rub and ride the coattails, and he's here because of the stars. Now, it gets ugly quick. I don't want to make this segment crazy, but it's well worth the view and the watch. We're going to go back and forth now. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm not going to quote every different thing. You go back and watch it. You take my show. You take the advice. You go back and watch it and do it from there. Here's Bill. I'm proven. I'm a winner. Rich. Why should we talk and take you seriously? Bill, I'm here because I'm recognizable. Why are you here? Rich cuts off Bill. Bill, he's a life coach. He's a motivational speaker. He's a trainer. And that's very true. What Bill DeMott does, don't cut that man short because it's facts and it's reality. Rich starts to hurl insults, says we're equals. Prove why you're better than me, Bill DeMott. Rich, you haven't won anything. You're just a competitor. I'm still going to be a winner when you've gone back to nothing. It's real world talk. Rich gets ugly. I'm tired of guys like you, the insults, the companies, the former different things I'm not going to talk about here, but I am going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's where this segment went sideways real fast, off the rails. We're in the winner's circle here with Rich Masadi and Bill DeMott from Face Value. We go back and forth. Night 12. Rich talks what entertainers think of the wrestlers. It gets real. He starts talking about Bill and the wrestlers and the people that have been on the network and what the TV execs and the sponsors and Hollywood and the elite, or whatever you want to call them, says about you guys, that you have no future. And Bill says, calmly, because DeMott's a professional in all aspects. And listen, I have mutual respect for you too, Monicati. I do. Bill says, I'm not a wrestler. Why are you so angry, Rich? And I'd like to ask that question too, Masadi. You're always pissed off. I know that I'm the nomadic madman, but I have a lot of humor to me. You're always so angry. To have a Snickers. I'm serious. And you could use that for the commercial take if you want. You don't have to send me the proceeds. I'll donate it to charity. Bill says to Rich, you're a follower. You have sour grapes. Don't bring up my career. You're a fan. A follower. And he actually compliments Rock Richards. Bill DeMott, who's been in movies, world traveler, mentor, teacher, trainer, superstar in his industry, compliments Rock Richards. So Bill DeMott, for as much as he said about everything about the green room, and all of us nobodies, the bad news bears, the wannabes, the has-beens, the most well-known unknowns, you could use that on a t-shirt. The Green Room Cast. The most well-known unknowns. And that's what Bill DeMott said. But you know what? He didn't say that about Rock Richards. Why is that? Rock Richards, that's quite the compliment. You ought to videotape that and put that on your YouTube channel, Rock Richards. Rock blocked again. But it's not about that. It's about the winner's circle. I know I'm bouncing back and forth. But what happened? The heat, mocking each other. As I said, it went 0 to 100. It really was a train wreck. And you know how you want to watch a train wreck. What happened between Masadi and DeMott got personal. I heard there were words exchanged back in the locker rooms of the green room. I don't know what happened back there. I wasn't privy. Maybe that'll be an episode in itself. The goings-ons and the behind-the-scenes and the dealings, rumor, speculation, and innuendo of the green room. Do you see all the different ideas and shows and promotions that I throw out there for you, the people? I never stop. And they didn't stop on the winner's circle with Rich Masadi and Bill DeMott. Avi comes in and he wants to talk about Face Value, Bill's show that's on Tuesday nights on the WWAB, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I already said that. Avi is asking, why are you knocking Bill? Why, Rich? Now, I told you about that love-hate thing between Masadi, Monicati, and Avi Klein. Rich comes back with some points, and I guess, I don't know, I'm speaking to Rich's words. He's tired of the old school bullies. They're afraid of the new talent. You're on your way out. Get ready, Bill. And Rich was pissed. He was pissed. To be in the winner's circle with Rich Masadi certainly is intense. Avi goes on to say, what would you want to change about that interview, Rich Masadi? As Bill shuffles off to Buffalo, as did Fred Ottman from the winner's circle, Rich now all of a sudden goes back to this state where he is now calm and says, I wouldn't have lost my cool. That's how we end. Rich Masadi's the winner's circle. You're here, Chaos Corner. The tournament rolls on. I'll be right back. And we enter from Rich Masadi's winner's circle to the serene room and the returning Miranda. Don't you dare miss it.